I don't think if I'm being 100% honest, from 3 months ago compared to now, if this would have hit before you guys came into my life, I wouldn't be here. I'm 100. I was on a short leash. I'm sorry to say that, but I mean, I probably would have given up.
Welcome to the VetRise podcast. I'm your host, Juan Perez. My goal is to make success after service accessible to every veteran in society. I believe in the power of leveraging your service, not as a label that defines you, but as a launching pad for your next chapter. What we have been doing has not been working, and it's on us to start changing the culture. Enjoy the episode, and thank you for your time. All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the VetRise podcast. This is a special episode because I've been wanting to do this for a while, and it's been a while since we did one of these. So I'm actually going to be doing a client episode with one of my clients, Cameron Stallbaum. So today we're going to be going over kind of your experience in the program. We're going to be talking about a little bit more, get to know you. We're going to get to know you, and we're going to talk about your experience in the VetRise Academy. And I want to hear all about the changes that you've made. I'm going to ask you some questions. I want to make sure that we get the very most out of today that we can. So why don't we start by introducing, who you are. Tell us a little bit about you. Tell us how long you've been with the program, and then we will dive into some questions, my man.
Yeah, no problem. My name is Cameron Stallbaum. I've been on the program for about 3 months now. It started off pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie, just mentality wise, but I kept it going. I'm a veteran. 4 years in the Army. I was a 14th Papa, Air Missile Defense crew member. That's pretty much me.
Well, let me ask you this. What was it about my videos or what did you see specifically that said to you, holy crap, I wanna know more about this program or this guy? Who the hell is this guy yelling at me in the video?
Your videos themselves kind of weren't the ones that were like talking about your program really that spoke out to me. It was the ones with your your quotes and the things that you said that were like, hey, I feel that. Like that's very relatable. Maybe I should contact him and see it. I didn't even know you had a program at first. So, and then I figured out about your program and I was like, yes, I'm going to finally jump on, and it's the best choice I've made.
I'm happy to hear that. So let's talk a little bit about that. So it was specifically the quotes, the stuff that I put out on social media that rang true for you. Honestly, those pissed a lot of people off, and that's okay because I'm not here to change their minds. I'm here to hopefully change the veteran landscape. Right, the way that we approach things, the way that we see things, and that's what I'm trying to do more than anything else. So why don't we talk a little bit about you and where you've been? So can you tell us a little bit more about between leaving the military and where you were at right before you joined the program? Like, what was that like for you? What was the experience for you?
Before the program, I was just kind of going day to day, like it was in a book. Like it was kind of just I was following just a script. I wasn't being me. It was more I just had to do my duty and follow it through any way possible. I didn't have any fun. I didn't see any like lights at the end of the tunnel. It was more of just going day to day in this trance of this is how it needs to be done and this is how I'm gonna get it done. And I didn't have any fun or see who I was. And I also turned me on to like different things like alcohol, drugs, harder drugs, stuff to kind of cope and feel like I was someone again or have feelings again. And then finally, it was towards the end of my struggle that I was kind of seeing no way at the end. And then a nice little light called JP came in and I jumped right on it.
Yeah, I remember we had that conversation about getting to the program. And I remember you were very vulnerable and you shared a lot of stuff. And honestly, you're the type of person that I made this program for, like hands down. And I love having you in the program. Honestly, I love when your name pops up for the biweekly check-ins. I don't think you've missed any. I love seeing you in the chat. I love seeing all the progress you've made. I mean, how much weight have you lost since you joined the program?
Right now, since the last one, I think I'm at 20 now.
Damn.
So it's 261, and I am just right up going towards 230.
Okay.
So wait,
so you're like at 30. Yeah. That's
230.
wild,
Well, 239. 239 is kind of where I'm stagnant between 239 and 240.
Okay. Well, we'll keep
So
pushing.
a little bit maybe over. Yeah, I'll keep getting there. I'm still working on it. The past couple weeks have been kind of stagnant. I don't think I think it's a lot to do with stress buildup and
Hmm.
everything else that's going on. But like, I just feel I'm still getting everything done, but at the same time, I just kind of at a standpoint. Like,
So let's talk about that. So
I still
honestly,
got
the biggest changes that we look for, the biggest changes that we try and point out to you guys during the biweekly check-ins, isn't just the weight that you're losing, but it's the changes that you are making in your mindset, the way that you handle stress, the way that you handle frustrations and anxiety and problems in life. So, like, do you feel like this program has helped you with, number one, managing stress? And if it has, what are some of the tools that have been very helpful for you with managing that stress in your life?
well, for the first time really ever, I can actually open up, and I'm not really used to that. So, I mean, I used to just keep things bottled up, and then that's just how it needed to be. Because I mean, I'm gonna be a man's man, you know. Uh, I didn't have anything to talk to, but the biggest relief for me is now that I was to be scared still somewhat to bring it out, even like now, but I'm just more used to it. My mind's opened up to where I know I can speak up. And then just as I said in the chat, and that's the whole community. Like people are adding me on Facebook just to message me separately to get like to help me out or speak with me. It's more of a family that I have built now, and now I have a whole crowd behind me cheering me on as I go, and that just keeps me going. And it helps a lot.
So, what I've said time and time over again is that when people join the program, it's not meant to overwhelm you. In fact, it's an opportunity to remove a lot of negative stuff from your life. It's an opportunity for you to remove a lot of the negative friends, and even sometimes negative family from your life, negative environments, negative scenarios, negative self-talk, the things that you say to yourself over and over again. So it's an opportunity for you to truly lean in, show up in the chat, show up to the coaching calls that we do. We do 3 a week. We do Mindset Mondays. We do Convos with JP on Wednesdays and Thriving Thursdays. And when people really lean into these things, it's not overwhelmed because you realize that they are replacing the dopamine that we get from scrolling on the internet. They're replacing the negative people that we have in our lives. They're also replacing the bad habits and the bad tendencies, and sometimes even the addictions that we've built outside of ourselves, that it's not really who we want to be. Right. And I think that's kind of where you're at when we first met. Right.
I was very heavily addicted to like cocaine and drugs. So I mean, and ever since being on here, yeah, I kicked that all like, and that just talking to you guys saying that I was gonna kick that away. But I mean, I always had this struggle of I did every now and again, but like I would just go back to it because I'd be so down, or like I would feel like at a point where I need to go get it for that coping mechanism. But
Hmm.
now I don't need that anymore.
What do you do now instead?
I speak up. A lot of the times when I'm right there, I speak up. Like that's the lowest parts that I get to is the times that I message in the chat and be like, "Hey, this is going on," and that keeps me away from doing the things that I would be 100% going to if I was by myself.
Yeah. And honestly, one of the things that we teach is like vulnerability is not weakness. It shows you that, number one, there are other people that are going through what you are going through, that you're not alone, and that, believe it or not, when you speak about it, when you talk about it, it gives it a name. You're naming that emotion, you're naming that problem, and then you can come up with something, whether it's together, whether it's me and you talking, or whether it's just you putting it out there into the world of what you can do about it, what the solution actually looks like. Because I'll tell you right now, stuffing it away and trying to muscle through it or just be tough and be that man's man that we've been taught that we have to be, it just keeps you stuck in this never-ending cycle. It keeps you stuck in this loop of self-hate and negative self-talk and repeating the same mistakes over and over again. So I want to tell you, man, I'm freaking proud of you. How long has it been now?
We're going right on the same amount of time, or maybe a little bit more, 3 months.
Oh man, dude, that's amazing, brother. I'm so proud of you. And I know that you had that hard time initially when you reached out and you were flooded with support. I remember.
Yeah, and then just hearing other people's stories at the same time is like, oh, well, how am I supposed to believe? Well, like I appreciate people being there, but then they send their own stories, and I'm like, oh, well, you know how I feel about it. So I mean, saying that just makes it even more touching.
So think of it this way, right? So like when you share your story, you are at the most vulnerable place that you can be, and when you immediately get support and feedback and the right type of coaching and friendship and mentorship, you have a brand new memory of what it means to do that. You no longer are being chastised. Nobody's talking down to you. Nobody's telling you to be tough or suck it up or, well, I have problems too. Because when we've done in the past and we get the wrong type of reinforcement, it's this negative reinforcement. So therefore, we never want to share again. Yeah, sometimes you gotta say, like, fuck your mood, follow the plan. Why? Because your mood will follow whatever you want it to. Sometimes sometimes you have to force that feeling and do the thing that will get you to that next place to look back and realize, all right, you know what? This was a rough week, but I still didn't need that fits. I still knew that I had support. I still knew that there were people in my corner. I still knew that I could, call on Coach JP. I still knew that I could show up to the coaching calls or the replays or whatever.
I just never used to sit there and take back and take a breath and then go and figure it out step by step, which I do now. It's like kind of at the same time when something would happen, it all hit at once and be like, oh, I need to do this right now. I need to get it done, and then it would just build up this biggest thing. But now, like, I'll put it in the chat or I'll talk to somebody, and then they'll be like, oh, somebody from the group, and they'll be like, oh, well, dude, just take a breath, dude. Sit back, look at all your options, and let's get this done. And it's not just you get this done; it's let's get this done instead of like how it always like we got this, you know? It's a we standpoint instead of just a me standpoint, which is now it's like, oh, it takes a lot off my shoulders when I hear that too, because it's like, oh, yeah, I can just take a breath and go on a walk, just go take a breath, go on a walk, and I can figure it out. Like it's done. As I'm doing and did today. Did a lot today to get everything off. I'm back on my feet again, so we can just keep it one step at a time.
Yeah, man. And honestly, life is not going to get easier for us. It's supposed to be a very hard week because I know right now you're going through it, and whatever you want to share, it's up to you. But I know right now you're going through it, but you still showed up. You're still here. You're still present. You're still doing the work, and that matters to me because when you keep showing up, you remember that the work is working, right? So like that's why we do what we do, and we want to make sure that you always feel like you have someone to talk to. But it's not just about talking; it's about coming with an action plan, with the mentality of like I will find a way through this. And when I say find a way through this, I don't mean tough it out. I mean problem solve, right? I mean look at the scenario and ask yourself, what can I remove from this that's not helping me, or what can I add into my life that will help me? And that's why we've been doing what we've been doing. So we have 4 pillars: fitness, nutrition, accountability, and mindset. Fitness wise, we create the program for you, and I know you've been following it. So can you talk to us a little bit more about the fitness aspect and what you enjoy about it, or what's been your favorite part about the fitness or the workouts or anything like that, or my approach to it specifically?
The fitness aspect is like it makes the gym kind of fun at the same time, as they're kind of you put the workout on your level. It's not like let's go intense, 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 but it's like where you want to be on that workout, but they're genuine workouts. So like you're definitely gonna get something out of it, but like unless you're going through something that I don't go through the motions with, but like it gives me even just looking at all the workouts that are on there, it gives me like, oh, well, this is my goal to get to with this one. I can mark that down and be like, hey, I'm gonna get from here to here, and it
Yeah.
makes going to the gym just something that isn't dreading. It's something like, hey, I'm ready to go to the gym because I got this set up. Like I'm gonna hit this today, or this next week. I'm gonna got set this goal to get to here, and it's the best. It's kind of the best. I've never had so much fun in the gym, and then sweating and dying has never felt so good. So.
I love that. Let's talk about nutrition. What was the biggest wake up call for you once you started actually tracking down your meals and looking at what you were actually putting into your body?
For me, tracking my meals, I never put anything into my body, honestly. It's just because
Mm,
of usually it's because I was more of a drug user than anything. So I mean, I wasn't eating daily, and then when I went sober, I still was not eating daily. Like I was like kind of having one meal a day or something like that. And then we had our one meeting, which he changed our. It was I think it was questions with JP, is when we talked about like the meal plan and what I should do. And since that day, I've been eating 3 meals a day, and then it changed. Those 3 meals a day is like kind of helping me because at first I was like not really doing the most with the nutrition, and I didn't really think, oh, well, if I eat less, then it should be faster. And then I started eating 3 meals a day, and I was like, oh, this is working way better. So now I'm back down to now it's breakfast, lunch, and then tracking all the nutritional things kind of open my eyes. It gets me more in the kitchen to cook stuff that is more fun in the kitchen. So now I actually cook every day. Just a bunch of new
yes.
things that are coming up in my life that it feels great, but and tracking the nutrition itself is kind of cool at the same time. I like seeing the numbers and it makes you kind of look at things differently.
And you're redefining who you are, right? So like now that you're doing these things, you're going to attract the right partner one day. You're going to attract the better people around your life, right? Because you're doing this, you are redefining who you are as a man. A lot of it is becoming that version of you that you know that you can be, but it's also unbecoming a lot of bad habits. For the longest, you didn't eat because you felt like your body didn't need it, right? And then you started the program, and for a little bit, you weren't eating, right? But now that you are getting those 3 meals a day, now that you are being more conscious about what you put into your body, now that you are tracking it, you realized that you're getting better results because it's fuel for the body, right?
Yep. I can see my face better.
Yeah, man, your face looks great. It's nice and slim, looking good. You know what I like
Oh my
most about your
God.
check-ins, Cameron? Is that on your very first one, which we'll always use as the before, you are just disheveled. No haircut. You look angry,
Yeah.
right? And on the last ones that you've been doing, I can see that smile. I can see that you're losing the belly fat. I can see that you're putting on muscle. But I can also see everything else that's changing. I can see the fact that you're getting better with your sleep. I can see the fact that you're getting better with your boundaries, right? Who you are and the way that you see yourself. That to
Yeah.
me is the biggest win. It's not just about
It
losing
makes a wake
pounds.
up call.
Yeah. It's
It's a
not just
wake
about
up
losing
call.
pounds. It's a wake up call, right? So accountability wise, we do 3 coaching calls a week. Tell me more about what your experience has been with the coaching calls. Do you love them? Do you hate them? I mean, tell me more about what that's been like for you.
There's a lot. The coaching calls are great because most of the time they just hit right on the spot of something that. And then my favorite ones to be at a question with JP because that's the time that even if I ask something, you're not always the one that answers them. There's always people that are in the chat too that have the same experiences. So it's like, and I get to ask like how I'm feeling through the week. But the other calls are like Mindset Mondays. Those ones, all of them just kind of hit a spot that I'm not expecting that are gonna hit. So it's like, oh. I can relate, and it just makes you listen more, kind of digs you in.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we have replays for everything. So if you can't ever catch it live, the replay is always posted right away. Have you had a chance to dive into any of the modules that we have, like the past courses that we've done? Have you had a chance to dive into any of those yet?
I have dove into forgot which module it was. The sleeping is like sleeping. Yeah, I've done that one multiple times. But the thing that I've been kind of touching base on is your podcast helped me a
Mm,
lot. So like episode 100 helps. I listen to episode 100 quite a bit. Um,
mm. Appreciate you saying that.
but I listen to the replays mostly these days because I'm going through quite a bit and I'm missing a bunch, which I'm sorry about, but I'm trying to stay in.
I'm going to tell you right now something. And this is me. We're doing a podcast, but I'm also coaching you right now. Cameron, this is your break free moment. This moment right here is going to be much more of a defining moment than you realize because you're putting it all out there. You're being vulnerable. You're sharing with the whole world. And you're also not making excuses for yourself. You're going through something right now. Life is testing you. There's always a test before the promotion, right? We always want the grass to be green, but when it rains, we complain about the rain hitting us on our face. Adversity will always be the thing that can either propel you into motion and move you forward, or it can be the thing that stops you in your tracks. And I want you to be fucking proud of the fact that you're not stopping. Maybe you're slowing down a little bit. Maybe you're adjusting. Maybe you're making small little fine tune adjustments right here and there, but it's not stopping you. And you're still showing up, right? And you have not gone back to your old version of you, which was so easy for you to do in the past. But like you are operating from a different place, Cameron. And I for one, am very proud of you. Like truly.
I appreciate that. It's good to hear. And also, just hearing these are the things that keep me on that on that motion of where I need to be. And because I mean, nothing. I get held accountable. Not only do I hold accountability for myself, but I mean others hold me accountable now too. And I don't want to disappoint them, and I don't want to disappoint myself. I'm too strong for that. The only option I got is to keep walking forward, 1 foot at a time.
I love that. That's like your mantra.
Yeah.
That's like your little mantra. I've seen it a few times.
I've said that since I like got out of the military and then got locked up a couple times. But like a lot of the times that we're there, it's just I'll just keep 1 foot in front of the other. Things will get better. But now it's something that's way better, way more in depth in my head than it used to be. Now it actually means more than it should than it used to.
And it's also something that says a lot about you because a lot of people think that time alone will solve people's problems, and it's not. It's time with action, and the action that you're taking is putting that one foot in front of the other, even when it feels too hard, even when it feels like you're in muddy waters, even when it feels like your feet weigh 1,000 pounds. Like, you're still doing that, right? So it's not just waiting for things to get better. Like, you're actively trying to do something about it. You're participating in your life. Be the freaking driver of your life, man. Always.
That'll never change.
For sure. And it never should. So let's talk a little bit about the mindset, right? Because a lot of things that we do, it's fitness, nutrition, accountability, and mindset. But the mindset portion is something that continuously evolves, and we work through it. There are people in the program that need that reminder of, you have to make sure that your calendar actually reflects what's important to you. There are people in the program that need that reminder of their why, right? And that why is that devotion piece to me. A lot of people think that veterans suffer from a lack of discipline. I disagree. I think that we have it when we want it, and I think we can call on it because we know deep down inside that we've been able to bring it out before. But I think it's devotion. I think we lose sight of what the mission is, right? And I think that your why and having a passion behind it is so important. So I want to ask you right here in front of everybody, like, what is your why? What is your devotion piece, Cameron? What keeps you going when it's those dark nights and you want to make that mistake? What is your why?
Mine's kind of deep. My why is I've lost a lot of brothers. I've lost way too many brothers. I got 22 a day. I've lost a lot of brothers through that. I've lost way too many just by mental illness, a lot by just them just not wanting to be here. But I'm not, them looking down on me and the people watching me, I'm not going to let them see me fall. My why is I'm going to be here. I'm going to keep walking. I'm going to make my light their light now. And I will not let that ever falter. And if I ever did, then I just kind of let myself down, let the people around me down, and I will never do that to somebody, not even myself. I'm not here alone, and I won't ever be alone. But I'm not gonna put a dark spot on something that they believe in me for.
Mm, that's deep, man. That's deep, as it should be, and it should evolve and grow.
My feet here are here planted on the ground, and they gave up theirs for me. So I'm gonna keep my feet grounded for them and show them that there's more. There's
I appreciate that. And there is more. There's a lot more to do. So I'm right there with you, man. Honestly, I appreciate that. That's the reason why I started VetRise, to be honest with you. It was because of all the brothers and sisters that I've lost, because of all the funerals I've attended, because every time I went on social media, I was afraid to see someone's face, followed by, we lost another one. And that was the reason why I started what I do right now. It's the main reason that keeps me going every day.
if I made it home, then I would just want to show them why I made it home. That's that's my biggest why.
Yeah, so instead of being that tugboat that goes out into the ocean trying to save everybody, you are that lighthouse that is saving yourself, and you are showing people the way to shore safely.
Yes.
Yeah, by being the example. So you've been in the program now for about 3 months, right? So you're getting ready to get to the event. So for everybody listening, we have an event that we are doing in August here in Chicago, and we're getting our clients out to Chicago. It's going to be an amazing event. It's going to be August 15th and 16th. People flying on the 14th and flying out the 17th. And talk to me more about why you said yes, and what you're excited about the event. What do you hope to take away from it?
Oh, for me to take away from it is getting to meet everybody there and getting a face-to-face realization of what's going on. And then again, it's more of like I feel like the program itself is going to be more in depth in person. So I'm going to get way more. I'm going to get a lot out of it, and I think it's just going to be a lot of fun, to be honest. And this is the first time I'm ever doing something like this, so I can't say no. I couldn't say no, and second of all, it's a big step. Do it, and I feel like I'm gonna get a lot out of it, and I'm gonna come home a better me.
Yeah, it is a big step. And trust me, I've taken that step myself as well several times. And honestly, you have to put yourself in the room. You got to be around the people that mean this much to you, right? And you're showing up and you're going to be there. And I cannot wait to see you and get to, give you a hug in person. And it will
Yeah.
be much more in depth than anything we've done before, because this will be in person. So I'm excited to have you there.
Yeah, I can't wait. I really can't wait because I mean we're looking eye to eye right now, but I mean it's gonna be way different in person.
Oh,
So
yeah. Oh, it's going to be amazing, brother. So I have some questions for you. Do you mind if I just run through these questions for you real quick?
yep, go ahead.
All right, cool. Sam put these together for me. Sam is my operations manager. For anybody listening, if you listen to the podcast, this is all because of Sam. Sam is the behind the scenes guy. I just want to give him a little shout out. So Sam wanted me to make sure that I ask you these questions. So as far as belief and identity, what did you believe before the program that you no longer believe at all?
Well, one thing I can say this, I didn't think there was a light at the end of the tunnel. Now it's starting to open up. Beliefs wise, I mean, I didn't think there's a lot more in me than I believed that I thought there was. Now,
It's all about wins, right? And I really do believe this. I think that confidence and winning go hand in hand, because when we lose, we lose that confidence in ourselves because maybe we did something that created that loss in our life. And then we lose that confidence because we lack integrity. And then we go into this spiral of guilt and shame, right? But in my opinion, even the small wins, waking up, doing the workout, getting some sunlight, showing up to the podcast, showing up to the coaching calls, like all of that stuff does add up. And when you realize that all it takes is all you got, it's already inside of you, you start realizing that there's more inside of you to do. You start realizing that there's more for you to do in this world. And I think that's the best part about all of this. Would you agree?
100%.
All right, next question. If someone met you 6 months ago, what would surprise them about you if they met you today?
The way I talk. That's a weird answer, but I used to be the biggest like smart ass. I wouldn't want to talk to you, and I was just rude. And now I just got that calmness now that I mean things are a lot. Everything's more efficient with me, and I'm not just pushy. I'm not push away anymore, and I'm more open and kind of just. I would be easier to talk to nowadays. It would be a big surprise.
What do you attribute that to? Like, what do you specifically put your finger on as far as what changed that for you?
Anger, a lot of pent up anger in myself and the world. A lot of that just, boy, I'm not so mad anymore. Just me having, because I didn't choose to get out of the military. It's where I wanted to be. A lot of things were taken from me when I did get out. So all of that downfall was just building and building and building, and I was always angry. And now that I've had my eyes open and all that, I'm just a lot more in tune with myself, and I'm a lot more like I can smile now. So I
Mm.
mean, that's way different than I mean, that's something that also it would be surprising is I got a smile on my face some days. So I'm not so angry anymore.
Isn't that a pretty cool feeling, man? Knowing that you are putting something positive into the world just by smiling, by not being angry all the time.
Oh yeah, that's definitely yeah. I've been told I look intimidating a lot when I was always angry. So I mean, a lot of now I'm more approachable.
You know what? It's so good that you said that, because a lot of people relate intimidating with toughness and respect. And it's a fucking lie, right? Intimidating just means you're not approachable. It means that you're going to miss out on opportunities. It means that people don't want to open up to you, right? When the flip side of that, when you are willing to have that smile and control your anger, and not even control it, but not have any or not as much, and it turns into that passion, that fire, because we need to have passion. I believe in passion and devotion, right? Like there's nothing wrong with getting fired up because you want to prove somebody wrong, but it has to change to proving yourself right above everything else, right? It's self-love.
I think if you didn't have anything like that, you'd be at a stuck. I feel like you wouldn't move anywhere if you had no passion or any kind of touch like that. I feel like you'd just be stuck in quicksand.
Yeah, that's true. All right, let's see what else Sam came up with. Resistance and conflict. What part of the program pissed you off or made you uncomfortable but stuck with you?
Nothing pissed me off. I'll give you that. Nothing has ever pissed me off, but there is the opening up part that I hated. I hated. So, but now it's something that's new, not something that's good.
Was it that realization of the one day where you opened up and you received the right type of support instead of the fake bullshit, be tough or
Suck it up, rub some dirt on it. Yeah, it was definitely that where I mean I was kind of shaking when I first went in and opened up, and then I didn't get turned down. It was more of here's my phone number. When I'm open, I'll give you a call. It was when it was a lot more support than there was anything, but it's like that first initial step of opening up, kind of, that's what the program brought to me. The biggest thing for me is just opening up, like just that, and the family I have now.
Yeah, man. And we are family. I believe that. It was early May and you reached out, you were vulnerable. You talked about the fact that you were thinking about going back to your old ways or you were trying to fight it, right? And I remember the support that you received. And then I saw a change in you. Talk to me about that change that you saw in yourself. Hopefully, you saw in yourself.
So to get it more in touch, I actually kind of blew that out the way of what I was thinking that day. There was just a lot of anxiety built up that day, and when I was down, I went and bought myself a large amount of a drug. And I was like, I can't do this, and I'm looking at it, and I got a message. I messaged into the chat, and then instantly I got Conroy and I got uh Brad, and they both said, "Here, call me, dude." And I flushed all that down the toilet. It was gone. And then I was like, here we go. Now I definitely don't need this in my life. I have what I need right here.
I fucking love you, man. I really do. And I appreciate you sharing that because honestly, that's what this is all about.
If I'm not open, then nothing will change.
Absolutely. And the reason we have the group chat the way we have it is for that constant mutual support, right? And it's there's a purpose behind everything I do. I'm this weird little nerd about like making sure that everything gets answered, and I want to make sure that this made sense. And honestly always trying to optimize and make things better. But I've also taken a step back and I've seen all the support that you guys give each other, and it makes me feel proud because I feel like this proud father of like, holy crap, everybody here has gotten to a point where they are supporting the people that are new in the program. And I've seen you show support to people that are new, people that are starting off, people that have no idea what this is and they're nervous about it. So I've seen the fact that you've been able to show up and you've been able to give support to the new people, right? And that's that cycle of like not perpetuating that negative stereotype of like all veterans are assholes, or I didn't get to leave the military the way I wanted to, so therefore I'm going to be bitter or whatever, right? So like that says a lot about you, and I'm really proud and I'm really happy to have you in the program.
I'm glad to be here.
All right, let's see what else Sam cooked up with. What's one moment, sentence, or challenge that JP said to you that still plays in your head on repeat all the time?
Ooh, ooh. There's a lot of them. Oh, I'll give you one of the funny ones. But I mean, it's kind of bad right now. But there was one of my this is when I changed my outlook of how I looked, got a haircut and stuff. But it was one of our check-ins. It was like our second check-in, and I kind of looked at myself. But in that check-in, you called it out and you said, "Well, it's time we stop looking like a hobo." And I was like, "Oh." And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, you're right." I was like, "That's true." He's because he's like, you got yourself a beard that you can work on. You got your haircut you can get." I was like, it's time we stop looking like we're down in the dumps. It's time." I was like, "Yeah." I think that one hit kind of hit me a little bit. I was like, "Yeah, maybe I should start looking like I should look."
I mean, think about it. Think about it. Like, if you walk into a car dealership and you see somebody that's well put together and somebody that looks like a freaking hobo, like who you're going to approach because they don't look intimidating. They look friendly. Maybe they smile at you, right? And I want the inside of every one of you guys in the program to reflect I want the outside to reflect the inside, which is why I say stuff that people normally wouldn't say in like a coaching program. Like, I want you guys to get haircuts. I want you guys to push your comfort zone. I want you to ask girl on dates. I want you to like step out of your goddamn comfort zone, because that's where growth happens. When you get tested, you can see how much all the studying has paid off. Otherwise, what's the point? Like, we want to be challenged. We want to be fucking tested, because then you can truly see all the work that you've been doing. That's when it pays off the most.
The reason that one hits so like kind of harder than what usual people that be like, "Oh, well, yeah, maybe I should," is because I used to do that. I take a lot of pride in my hair, and I take a lot of, not the beard part, but I used to take a lot of pride in how I look. And then you
Me
said
too.
that, and I was
Me
like,
too.
"Oh, damn." Yeah. I was like, "Damn." Right when he said that, I was like, "Damn, he is right. I have not done this." I was like, "Oh."
You want to know why I said that to you? Because that was me, right? Now you may not know this, but I went through a very hard time in my life as I was starting this program. I was quitting my job. I was going through a very unfortunate divorce, and my life was falling apart as my business was thriving and I was building on it. And I didn't get haircuts. I didn't take care of myself. And I remember looking in the mirror and just being so angry at the person I was becoming. So like now, the same thing I say to you guys, that's what I needed to hear. That's what I said to myself. A lot of the stuff that I say to you guys, it's stuff that I've already said to myself looking in the mirror several times. So like that's why I speak the way that I speak, because it is with love. It is with encouragement. It is with the fact that I know that if you start taking care of yourself, if you start carrying yourself differently, not only will the world see you differently, because yes, that is a benefit, but I want you to see yourself differently, right? I want you to look in that mirror and be proud of the man that Cameron is becoming, right? The version of you that maybe you thought was out of reach, right?
I definitely am way more proud of myself than I could ever be now than I was 3 months ago. But now, yeah, I was that one. I could tell it was coming from love, but I was like, why did you do that? And I was like,
But it stuck with you.
yeah, it really did. I was like, oh God. So there wasn't the first like right when you got I got that message. I think I went to go grab it, and then I was talking about the summit or something with my mom, and she said the same thing, and I was like, I was just wearing regular clothes that day. I was like, oh. I was like, and then I looked in the mirror. I was like, yeah, you're probably right. Maybe I should do something.
And honestly, the way that you see yourself matters so much, because if you can go to the fucking gym, you can try eating the right foods. If you don't take care of your image, it's very hard for you to believe that the work you're doing is working, because you're not seeing that instant gratification. And we know what delayed gratification looks like, right? We're working on that daily, but it does matter, right? And sometimes when you go through a hard period of your life, you have to really ask yourself, what adjustments do I have to make right now? Right. And some people will come for me in the comments for this, and they'll say, well, like, listen, right now I'm trying to pay my bills and I'm having a hard time with my divorce and I can't just to fucking afford a haircut. Look, I get that. But I'm not telling you that you have to get a haircut every week. I'm saying that if you do it every 2 weeks, guess what? Maybe it changes to 3, right? It means that you still clean yourself up. It means that you do your laundry, because guess what? All of those things will keep you in a better mindset than if you let yourself go as you are going through that tumultuous, hard time. Control what you can control, right?
Yep. It's like new things that I do today is like journaling. It's just all these things that you put out. So like anything that it helps a lot. Even when it's the same thing as typing it out. It's like even when I speak up, this kind of like oh, that's one step above it. But like when I'm really feeling something, then I can just journal it down. Everything I'm feeling. It doesn't have to. It doesn't really make sense. If I went to go read it back or anything, I when I saw it, I don't even read it back. But just that mentality of getting all of that off of my chest makes me feel 10 times better. But when I look in the mirror, I got a little sticky note that said, like, well, I have right now, today is a new day. It's it's kind of like my mantra at the same time is one foot in front of the other. I say that a lot, but then it's the same kind of aspect. So when I walk up today, it's just a daily reminder. You walk up and it says, today is a new day. And I'm like, it sure is.
Damn right. I love that you do that. Mantras are powerful. I think mantras are underrated because think about it, right? You can elicit a feeling inside of you out of nowhere if you look at something that reminds you of whatever, right? So you telling yourself today's a new day, it reminds you of when you've been in the darkest places. It reminds you of how far you've come. It reminds you of what you're capable of. Just by simply looking at those words and saying those things to yourself, like today is a new day. It's 4 words, but they're so powerful, right? So every time I walk into my office, I have a sign that says, fuck your mood, follow the plan. And I put that there because I've had to remind myself of that sometimes, because there's been hard days and sometimes like I got to push through it. And it's not just about pushing through it just to be tough. It's about me remembering that in 10, 15 minutes, if I do the work that actually matters to me, I will feel fucking 10 times better than I would if I ignore the work. So mantras are powerful because they elicit this feeling inside of you, something that's deep down inside of you. So I love the fact that you have a few mantras, and I love the fact that you haven't posted all over the place because I did tell you guys to do that. So I'm proud of you for doing that.
Yeah. I listen to everything you tell me to do because it's been helping every time. So I mean, I can't if it, but not only because like if it didn't work, I'd tell you like, hey, this isn't for me. But at the same time, almost every time you've said something to do, it's worked. It's been something that's made an impact on me. So I mean, I can't say anything about it.
Well, listen, man, that alone says a lot. So I really appreciate you saying that. Truly, Cameron. So let's see what else Sam has here cooked up for us. So what's the last thing that you did in your personal life that made you think, damn, that's something that came from VetRise Academy or from the program? What's something that you have in your life now that you didn't have before that's because you're in the program?
Boundaries.
Talk on that.
That's the biggest one is boundaries. I had people living in my house, and
I
you knew about
remember.
this. You knew about this, and or the biggest thing that kept coming up is you got to set those boundaries. Like you got to do this, and then just so it's like after that, I'll just get out of here. And then also the same time as I had people in my life, I sent out messages to friends and all that I thought I had, and I set that boundary where if I got an answer that didn't support what I was doing, then they were out of my life. That's 100% that out of my life, and I didn't even though they've been there for forever, it was something that I needed to do too. But, I cut off a lot of people. It's just like those messages that I got back, it's like, "Hey, I'm going on a journey right now, for myself and for a better future for me." And then the ones that were like, oh, I sit there like, "Oh, we're going out drinking, we're doing this." I'm like, "I don't drink no more. I'm sober." And they would be like, "Oh man, you're a pussy. Like you can't do that." I'm like, "Okay then. See, you're not the one." And then the ones that would come back and be like, "Dude, I'm so proud of you. That's good." I was like, "These are the people I need in my life." Don't have a lot of them, but I got a couple.
You know what? I like to repeat something that I heard. I heard somebody say this, and it's basically finishing any sentence that you say and then adding 3 words to it, and it's comma, and that's okay. So I have a few people in my life that really should be there, and people that are not in my life, and that's okay. Just because I think it corrects the sentence, right? Because sometimes when we're on this journey that you're on, sometimes we say stuff and then we realize, well, I don't really feel that way anymore. Or sometimes we don't want to talk about the past just because it's like, well, I don't want to relive it. And you're not reliving it, right? You're telling a story, you're sharing your experience, you are talking about something that is very intimate and close to you. And when we talk about it again, I think adding that last little portion, and that's okay, truly solidifies the sentence of like, that's okay. So that's something I want you to start putting in the place in your life, like starting today.
Yeah,
You know?
I get another mantra. I got it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And as far as boundaries, let me ask you this, and this is the test question. Boundaries are for who to respect.
No, it's on me. I
Tell me
believe
more
in
about
that.
that.
I mean, I don't expect everybody to listen to whatever I want. People are gonna have their own beliefs and all that, but I mean, if it doesn't follow my way or it doesn't get in, if it's blocking my path, then it's okay. I mean, you're just not on the same path as me. You're just not walking the same line as me, and that's okay. I just don't see you in my I don't see you in my life.
Every time you remove someone from that table, you're opening the seat for somebody else that actually wants to be at that table with you.
I've noticed that. My eyes have opened up to different people that I didn't think I would be like, hey, well, this guy would be a really good dude to hang out with. Like the people I used to hang around with, they're not the ones that I probably should have been around. That crowd isn't really it. But then it opened my eyes to some people that I just kind of strayed away from. That were probably the best people that could have been there.
So let's focus on moving forward, right? So I'm going to ask you to think about, and this is going to be right here live in the moment. I'm going to ask you to think about whatever you are going through right now, because I know you're going through it. And I want you to think about how you can problem solve it. What are the things that are not benefiting you? And what are the things that you have to double down on that are going to help you not just get through this, but come out on the other side, look back and be proud of the fact that you were able to manage and handle the situation better than you could have ever handled it before? What are some things that you know that you have to lean on, and what do you have to remove from your life that maybe you still have present?
There's some things that I would say me and myself I'm leaning on the most for just kind of like going into bad habits and doing things that so I'm leaning on myself to stray away from those things. But the biggest thing is like there's some subscriptions that I got that I don't need. There's some things like getting my car washed or like I have a car wash membership. I don't need that. Like there's things that I'm getting I should start saving some parts of my check. That's the biggest thing for me is like cutting payments and having them scheduled right. And so I know when they're coming and I know that this is happening so that I'm not caught off guard or like I'm not overspending on where I should overspend or to just kind of be more financially aware. I've
Do you feel
kind of
like you're
noticed that.
handling do you feel like you're handling turmoil and adversity in your life differently now than you would have 3, 4, 5 months ago?
I don't think if I'm being 100% honest, from 3 months ago compared to now, if this would have hit before you guys came into my life, I wouldn't be here. I'm 100.
Mm.
I was on a short leash. I'm sorry to say that, but I mean, I probably would have given up. I am not gonna lie.
I want you to know I love you.
I love you guys more than you guys know. I love you too.
Thank you. And that's hard to say as a man.
I was, you know, I was, I had nothing going for me. I was on a short leash. I don't think I wasn't present at all.
I want you to do this for me, okay? I want you to I want you to take one of those pages in your journal, preferably not with the rest of the pages, because I want you to be able to look at this and add to it. But I want you to have some place in your journal where you can write all the things that you have going for you. And I want you to put at the top something along the lines of the beautiful things that I have in my life, because they are beautiful. And I want you to just list everything that you have going for you. And when you write this list, it's not just about your job or certain people. It's about your boundaries. I have good boundaries. I am working on self-love. I take care of myself. I want to have a family one day. I want you to write all the things that you have going for you. And then on the next page, like flip it over. I want you to write down all the things that you want to get from your life in the future. I want you to have like a vision casting board, because we're going to do a vision board at the end of this year again. But I want you to have something to work from by coming up with a list of all the things that you want to get from your life, all the things that you're working towards. It'll give you an idea of what's important to you and what needs to be removed from your life. Well, Cameron, listen, man, I appreciate you being on here. I appreciate you sharing. I appreciate you being vulnerable. It means a lot to me. I want you to know I love you. I love having you in this program. Honestly, it's been amazing for you and amazing for me because I get to see the transformation that you're doing. I get to witness it. I get to be that testimony for you. And I'm really proud of all the stuff you've been doing. And if there's one thing that you want to share with anybody that has been thinking about joining the program or wants more information, what would be the one sentence that you would say to someone that has thought about joining VetRise Academy? What's the one thing that you want them to know to get them into the program?
Suck up your pride. It's better to jump into something than let it all fall through you. I mean, it doesn't hurt. Open up before it's too late.
Mm, I love that. All right, Cameron, well, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. I appreciate you, brother. And I will see you for the coaching call tomorrow and on Thursday, brother.
I'll be there. Thank you for having me.
All right, take care, brother.
Love you, dude.
Love you too. And that brings us to the end of another episode of the VetRise podcast. If today's episode inspired you, made you think, or simply gave you hope, I have a small favor to ask. Share it with just one veteran or someone you think could benefit from my message. Your share could light a spark for them. You don't know who you might save. For more insights and to join our mission, follow my socials at JP the Veteran Coach and explore how we can rise together. Thank you for joining us, for being part of this journey, and for believing in the power of rising together. Until next time, keep pushing forward, keep rising, and never forget that we are stronger together. My name is Juan Perez, and thank you for your time.